Are you tired of your phone constantly ringing, people letting you know that your car warranty is about to expire? Or maybe you care for a senior or elderly person that you would like to protect from phone scams, or people who just want to take advantage of their kindness. Let me introduce you to the IMP Smart Call Blocker and how we can help block all these calls and more. My name is Scott Grant. I'm a certified senior advisor and senior home safety specialist. Welcome to Graying with Grace. You got a bunch of unwanted calls that disrupt your day, or you want to protect a senior or elderly person that you love from phone based scams, or just stop the interruptions and take control of your phone line. This is the IMP device. This device allows you to help take control of your incoming phone calls. Let me go ahead and unbox this and show you, and we'll set it up and show you how it works. Little introduction letter, quick start guide, which is very simple and easy to use with nice big print and nice layout and descriptions. This is the IMP device itself. Then you've got your phone cord, power control box, and the rest of that will be empty. Okay, get started with the IMP. The first thing we're going to do is download the app. You can either come to your app store, type in IMP, search, and then it's right here, the IMP Box Company. So you hit get. You can also scan the code here and it'll download it for you. So we'll download the app, confirm. And the advantage to downloading the app first is it's going to walk you through how to set up everything, which makes it nice and simple, especially for people maybe that aren't used to dealing with as much technology. All right, so we're going to hit the open. So put in my email address, get started, create an account. All right, then we'll hit done, create an account. So now it tells you to take everything out of the box and plug everything in. It's got a link here. You can get nice detailed instructions on how to do that. But essentially it is this. You've got these ports here. That's your power. That's a reset button. Then you've got two phone jacks. If you look at the back, it's got a little cheat sheet for you. So the phone connects to your phone lines and this two connects to your phone itself. Okay. So you will get this out of here. So I am going to connect this to my telephone line. Then I'm going to connect the telephone itself into here. You get out our power adapter. And it's going to plug into right there. This is the front of the device. You see right now I've got two red lights. So go back into the app. When the lights are yellow, you've completed the hard part. We've now got yellow lights, if you can see those. So we'll say everything is plugged in. So we'll enable the Bluetooth. So your phone's going to confirm that's okay. You hit okay on your phone. All right. So I'm going to name my IMP Grace and my landline number. Then you go through select your Wi-Fi network. Put your password for your Wi-Fi. Connect to the IMP. Connect you to the Wi-Fi. Now it's connecting it to the network. So we are now connected. The heart of your app is a list of your friends and family, which is a green list. Okay. So the green list, how that works, those are the people that are approved. Anybody on your green list, when they call you, will ring through to your phone automatically. Okay. But you got to give it permission. So how it does that is it does that by your contacts in your mobile phone. So it's recommended you use the phone that has your contacts in to set this up with. Okay. So hit grant permission. It's going to give it access to my contacts. Finish setup. Okay. Now it's setting everything up. It's got our green list set up. It actually, if you saw a minute ago, it did dial accepted that number and said shortly thereafter you should receive a voice message. All right, so we're going to enable notifications so we can get those notifications. Hit allow for that. All right, so there's where the imp support just called, and because it was an unrecognized number in my phone, it did go straight into voicemail. So if you want to hear that, you can hit that right there. Then you've got in here, you've got Greenlist, Graylist, Redlist. Greenlist, as I said, that's your contacts. Those are the people that are approved to contact you at any time. Graylist is numbers that it doesn't recognize. So it will send them automatically to a call screening voice message. And then Redlist are calls that are automatically blocked. Now, you can also set a do not disturb setting in here if you want it different times for it not to ring at all, automatically send people to voicemail. That'll do that. So you 1 hour, 2 hours. You've also got allow all calls. If you want every call to come in, you can just do that at the touch of a button. Your green list, you can set custom rules in here for your green list, depending on what your unique situation is. You can allow urgent calls, like if somebody hangs up, calls back, hangs up, calls back. You can set a setting in there for that so that those will automatically ring through. Okay, then you've got devices. These are the different devices you have. You can also use the IMP as a answering machine. You can go to a full answering machine mode where it will send Graylist automatically there, and it will send Greenlist there after a certain number of rings. You set your number of rings there, and then this is a volume setting for your IMP for when you play back those answering machine messages, how you can hear it. You can record a custom greeting as well. Then you can test it and see what that is there. Statistics tell you how many calls you've had, different types of calls. And then settings. This does require a monthly subscription to use this service. If you get your first month for free, notifications, you can set how you want to be notified for calls and voicemails or different notifications. If you want to even see red list calls at all. And then you can also get notifications via email with reports and such. And the good thing about their app is you can always hit this little eye. You always get help with all the settings. So you can invite users. If you want someone else to control your device, say a caregiver or another family member, you can invite them to join the plan. They can be a co-owner or just a limited user. And you just need their name and email. So that's a good option for that. Like all the other iPhone apps, so you only need to put in your password. You can just use your Face ID. And then, of course, if you ever need to delete your account or log out. Okay, now for the box itself, you've got a speaker here. You've got the ports I showed you earlier. Now, you've also got the option you can set it up like this to keep it out of the way, or you could set it down like this and then even put your phone on top. So you got a couple different options for that. All right, now let's give it a test. I'm going to call from my cell phone number, which is not in the green list, approved numbers, so I can show you what it does. Box is flashing green light here to click.
Please leave a message. Let us know you call.
So there you go. Because it didn't recognize the number, it did send it to the voicemail to screen the call. And this is now recording that as a message. So we'll hang up. Then if we go into our AMP app, we just got a notification that it took a voice message. So you can, right here, you push to the left. You can delete the message, read the message, or send them to a red list. So if you listen to that and it's a telemarketer you don't want to hear from again, you hit the X, it sends them to the red list. You come over here, you can actually listen to the message. And you can call them back, delete the notification, and from there, you can make a decision. You want them on your green list or your red list. If you don't do anything, they'll stay on your gray list. All right, so let's do this now. Let's say, okay, that's a number I want. Let's add them to the green list. Said green, they're on green, okay? All right, so now let's call, since we're on the green list. And then as you can see, our phone rang. So put it through that way. So it's important to know because the green list is your gatekeeper. It's what lets everything through. Let's look at some different options. You can add all your contacts automatically to your green list. If this is on, every outgoing number from your phone that you personally dial will automatically be green listed as an incoming call. If you call your doctor frequently or you call another number that wouldn't maybe be in your contact list, but that you call frequently, that'll automatically approve them for your green list. And then you can do urgent calls too. How that works is if somebody calls you twice within 2 minutes, the system, if you have that system turned on, it will assume that it's an emergency call and go ahead and put the second call through, thinking maybe it's an emergency and somebody's trying to get a hold of you. And you can program the different times and how many rings right there. So that way you can still get emergency phone calls if somebody calls you back quickly within a certain period of time. Now let's talk about caregivers and family members, maybe who live across the country. Another thing I love about this system, because it is connected to the Wi-Fi, you can manage this device remotely. Mom can be in New York and you can be in California, and you can help her manage and control this device. With the right permissions, you have access to all these settings where you can greenlist people, manage the list, listen to the messages, and really just control the whole system. So for an elderly person, that technology like this might intimidate. You can help manage it for them. You can be in the background helping them manage it just to help keep them safe. If they have a concern, hey, I got this message and I don't know what this means, you can go in through your app and use and check that message and listen to it and help them understand what it is going on, as well as setting up their contacts and a lot of different things. So I think there's a tremendous advantage here for that to be managed remotely as well. So to summarize, the IMP does stop all unwanted calls using the Greenlist technology that you're in control of, which calls get to come through and which ones don't. Easy to set up and use. You just plug everything in, let the app walk you through your setup instructions. Works with any landline phone system. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you notice, I use a Magic Jack and it works just fine with my Magic Jack system. And because it's connected to Wi-Fi, anyone that you give access to through the app, they can download the app so they can control the device, check the messages, and help manage the list. So it's great for caregivers or family members that want to help an elderly person manage the system. You have unlimited contacts, so it never runs out of storage. And it silently screens and handles those nuisance calls. And you just get a notification, but then even then, through the system, you can control that. So how it helps seniors and the elderly, it blocks those telemarketers so you won't be interrupted by those phone calls. It stops the scammers that constantly call. You can quickly put them on a red list so that they can't get through. It reduces the stress and anxiety that many seniors and elderly people have when it comes to being victims of phone scams. But it lets the important calls from your families, your doctor, and people that you love come through easily. The only cons are it does require a smartphone to manage the system, and it does require Wi Fi service. So you have to have that. You also have to have caller ID service on your phone line for it to work so that the phone numbers can get passed into the system so it can determine who to let through and who not to. And there is a monthly subscription fee just to manage the service and manage the updates. If you're looking for a solution to help for yourself or to help an older adult manage nuisance calls, telemarketer calls, make them less likely, make them less susceptible to phone scams, a device like this can be a tremendous help. And it puts you in control. And it also lets caregivers and family members control this device from across the country. Hopefully, you now know better how a device like this can protect you or a senior or elderly person that you love. If you found this video helpful, please like or share it on your favorite social media. And I would be honored if you would subscribe to the channel. Enjoy your peace and serenity. From Graying with Grace.